Good morning, Kasturians, and welcome to this fourth video of chapter The Rebels and the Raj. In this video, we will discuss the role played by the rumors and prophecies in revolt, and we will see the revolt in Awadh. So let's start. Rumors and prophecies, they played an important role in the outbreak of mutiny and revolt, like the rumor about the Enfield cartridge, which was believed to be coated with fat of cow and pigs and mixing of bones dust with atta or the wheat flour. This rumor were believed to be true, and it was thought that it would corrupt the religion and caste of both the primary communities, that is the Hindus and Muslims, and also an atmosphere of fear and suspicion was created, according to which it was stated that the British wanted Indians to convert them to Christianity. Also, prophecies in the air like the British rule would come to an end on the centenary of Battle of Plassey on 23rd June 1857. So these rumors and prophecies, they provided important psychological reasons to revolt against the British rule. Now, these were the two main reasons. Apart from this, what other reasons made the people to believe in the rumors, or what reasons they urged the people to believe what was a rumor to be true? So in the preceding years of 1857, many things or many new reforms were introduced by the Britishers, which were new to the Indian society, and they were believed to be aimed at reframing and reforming the Indian society. And some of these reforms were the introduction of Western education, the Western ideas, the institutional schools, colleges, and universities. They were all undergoing change, and the traditional system was being replaced with the new modern Western educational system. Also, new laws were framed by the Britishers that banned the sati practice of sati system and that allowed widow remarriage. And in 1850s, the British, they annexed states like Awadh, Jhansi and Satara by refusing the adoption and on the basis of misgovernment. New land laws and revenue settlements were made, like the permanent settlement, the Rayatwari system and the Mahalwari system, which was imposed at different times in order to get a continuous generation of revenue for meeting the ever growing expenses of the British administration. These above factors, they made Indians to believe that the Britishers are now going to change the way of their customs, their rules, and they are going to replace these customs, rules, and social norms with the alien customs and rules. Also, the increased activity of the Christian missionaries, it further added to suspicion, and the suspicion was further aggravated with the rapid spread of the Christian missionaries and setting up of Christian societies all over India. Now we will see the revolt in Awadh. The Awadh kingdom was described as as the cherry that will drop into the mouth of the Britishers one day, and it was quoted by Lord Dalhousie. Later on, Lord Wellesley, he introduced the subsidiary alliance in Awadh in 1801. Gradually, the British, they developed more interest in the kingdom of Awadh. Why? Because Awadh was the largest producer of cotton and indigo, and it was emerging as the principal market of Upper India. So by the coming of 1850s, the Britishers, they conquered all major areas of India like the Maratha lands, the Doab, that is the Ganga Jamuna fertile region, the Carnatic, the Punjab and Bengal, and the annexation of Awadh in 1856. It completed the territorial annexations which started a century earlier with the annexation of Bengal. Nawab Wazid Ali Shah was displaced by Lord Dalhousie and he was sent to exile to Calcutta on plea that Awadh is being misgoverned. So on the charges of misgovernance, Lord Dalhousie displaced Nawab Wazid Ali Shah and declared Bengal as a part of the British territory. The British government assumed that the Nawab Wajid Ali Shah was an unpopular ruler, whereas in contrary, he was widely loved by people and people started mourning for the loss of Nawab. With the removal of Nawab, the courts were dissolved and the culture it declined. The musicians, dancers, poets, cooks, retainers and administrative officials, they all lost their livelihood, and British, they reinforced and restructured the entire administration and appointed the British officers to look after the governance of Awadh. Now we will see the end of war and the British Raj. With the removal of Nawab, all the talukdars of Awadh, they were also disposed and they were not allowed to keep any arms or army. So they were disarmed and their forts were destroyed. Also, a new revenue system which was named as the summary settlement. The talukdars, they lost their very large share of revenue from land, and wherever possible the talukdars were removed and settlements was done directly with the peasants. So this dispossession of talukdar meant the complete breakdown of social order, and most of the talukdars or zamindars, they lost their vast estates. The company directly settled revenue with peasants and revenue now was over assessed. So peasants, they were also troubled and there was no longer any guarantee that in times of hardship or crop failure, the revenue demand of the state or the British state, in fact, it would be reduced or the peasants would get the loan and support during festivals, which they were earlier getting from the talukdars. Earlier, the British officials, they had friendly relations with the Indian sepoys, but later on, the Indian sepoys, they were subjected to racial abuse, they were given low pay scale, and the differences in the terms of services were also there. So in 1840s, English officers, they developed a sense of superiority. Physical violence also started and the distance between officers and sepoys, it grew and the tension was further widened. As many Indians who were serving in army, they were from Awadh. So the local people of Awadh, they were also aware of unfair behavior which was meted out to their brothers. The peasants of Awadh, they were already in trouble because of high revenue and talukdars were looking for revenge to gain back their authority. So all these factors, they cumulatively led to the intense participation of people of Awadh in the revolt of 1857. That's all we have in this video. In the next videos, we will see the rebels against the oppression and the demands of rebels. Thank you and have a nice day.